Subbing today. Had a planning period combined with a lunch period, so I was able to be in the faculty lounge for quite a little while. I'd worried about my wife. Her phone wasn't ringing, and I almost took the time to run home, but I thought, no, she's okay, or she'd call me, even though her phone apparently won't ring. Well, there was an old newspaper. There was a current paper there, too, but there was an old newspaper of last week. In fact, September the 9th, 2009. Yuma paper, the opinion page. Got the editorial on there. And I've already expressed my own personal feelings about the matter of Obama speaking to high school youth and the fact that it caused some people to not even want their kids to see him or hear him. I want to cover almost word for word the entire editorial. Doesn't say who the editorial writer is, but I just got a feeling it was the top man. He titled it, or whoever puts the titles on, Darkness of Partisanship More Evident. Subheading, Today the partisanship, animosity, and stinging bitterness that divide the nation are devouring any political civility that used to exist. First paragraph. The brouhaha over a speech that President Barack Obama gave to the nation's school students Tuesday says more about the current state of political affairs in America than about the content of his speech. Second paragraph. Some parents raised concerns about students being required to listen to the president, apparently feeling he would attempt to brainwash them to follow a liberal political agenda. Others claimed he was trying to create some kind of personality cult, despite the fact that past presidents had also spoken to students. Well, third paragraph. Here are a few of the things the president said to America's young people, at least those who were allowed to listen. His next paragraph has the quotes with the dot dots indicating that he's not quoting the whole thing. He picks it up, at the end of the day, we can have the most dedicated teachers. He's quoting from the president. At the end of the day, we can have the most dedicated teachers, the most supportive parents, and the best schools in the world, and none of it will matter unless all of you fulfill your responsibilities, unless you show up to those schools, pay attention to those teachers, listen to your parents, grandparents, and other adults, and put in the hard work it takes to succeed. And then a dot indicating again some things were said that he didn't put in his editorial. Every single one of you has something you're good at. Every single one of you has something to offer. And you have a responsibility to yourself to discover what that is. That's the opportunity an education can provide. Period. End of that particular quote. Then he picks it up again. Where you are right now, he's picking up the president's speech, where you are right now doesn't have to determine where you'll end up. No one's written your destiny for you. Here in America, you write your own destiny, you make your own future. Skipping a little again, he continued, asking for help isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It shows you have the courage to admit when you don't know something and to learn something new. So find an adult you trust, a parent, grandparent, or teacher, a coach, or counselor, and ask them to help you stay on track to meet your goals. End of the quotes. The editor now says, perhaps someone can find something wrong with those sentiments, but we can't. In fact, we hope all students take them to heart. There was a time, this is a new paragraph, there was a time The editorial writer says, when the office of the presidency was respected, even if there were doubts about the person in it at the time. No more. Today, the partisanship, animosity, and stinging bitterness that divide the nation are devouring any political civility that used to exist. And he closes with this. The editorial says, when you see things like the silliness that developed over the president's speech to students, you realize just how bad it has gotten. I personally want to say congratulations to the editorial writer and thank you, because, when I, as an ordinary citizen, have those kind of feelings, doesn't mean near as much when somebody in a responsible journalism position says, hey, we need to get more civil. We need to be more tolerant of each other. Thank you, Yuma Daily Sun. Thank you, editorial writer.